Wikipedia says the Range Rover Evoque has been designed for urban buyers and meet requirements for lower CO2 emissions and fuel economy. Land Rover, on the other hand, thinks they've armed their baby Range Rover with, a host of off-roading capabilities to take on pretty much any terrain. Why don't we find out? Our playground is a rain-drenched jungle trail. Heavy rains last night have washed away most of the traction from the proposed path. But I'm told not to worry since the Evoke is apparently well decked to take on the off-road course. This Evoke is the 2.2-liter diesel engine. It makes about 140 HP of power. And while that may not sound like a lot, Range Rover has actually done a great job with weight cutting in the car, pulling down the curb to a little more than 1.5 tons. Like any Range Rover, it gets the terrain response system, 4 modes: snow, gravel and grass, which is grass, gravel and snow, thank you, mud and ruts, and sand. In each of these, the responses of the car are tailored to suit the terrain. For instance, in grass, gravel and sand, it will reduce initial traction so the car doesn't wheel spin on slippery surfaces, and it will take you forward. What also helps the Evoke off-road better is its high-tech automatic gearbox. So engine comes mated to a 9-speed gearbox, but it's not just any 9-speed gearbox. The first gear of this gearbox is specially optimized for off-roading. So it's a very low ratio, which results in high amounts of low-end torque, which allows you to tackle steep inclines and the like more easily. Slowly, I begin to maneuver the Evoke through the grimy and mucky course. Situations like this are a perfect showcase for the terrain response system. So we're going to do 2 climbs now. The first climb is going to be in grass, gravel and snow mode, and the second climb is going to be in mud and ruts. Now apparently the terrain response system modifies everything in the car depending on the mode. So in grass, gravel and snow, I'll have a lighter steering for better responses, and the car will change gears more quickly. Now we're going to move to mud and ruts mode. Here the steering is going to be more weighted and the car is going to hold gears for longer. We use the hill descent controls feature generously on our drives. A variety of sensors pick up data on the angle of descent and traction and selectively brake at each of the 4 wheels to ensure that the wheels don't lock and cause the car to slide. The Evoke's maximum water wading ability is 500 millimeters, a little lesser than 1/3 of the height of the car. I try to repeat that number over and over in my head as I dive nose first into a rather daunting river. This was a lot of fun. Well, let's get clear on something. This was not an official Autocar road test, not an official off-road test. It was just a little bit of fun, a little bit of mud plugging, water wading, rock climbing. But I must say, in case we did an official road test, an official off-road test, I would not underestimate the capabilities of the Evoke.